10 video discussion. First question. The skills required to manage and lead are widely associated with communication traits that are cultivated more in masculine speech communities than in feminine ones. Assertiveness, independence, competitiveness, and confidence. Woods, page 216. In what ways do you disagree with this statement? For women in authority, the authority is rewarding when coupled with having influence as well. This is on page 16, Scheinman, Schaefer, and MacGyver, 2013. So, no, I don't agree with that women have to use masculine speech in order to be able to be good management. 1.2. Are men better managers or leaders than women based off their gender communication styles? Not in the least. In the last 35 plus years of working, I've found that I've had issues with both male and female bosses, but only with respect to the fact that, it's a respect issue. I didn't care about their management style. It was all about getting the job done. And if, they were the kind of boss you really liked, you'd follow them anywhere. 1.3, or what would authors say about my response? The author, page 31, or 231, the summary of what the author thinks about my utopian management experience would approve, but would probably also think that I was naive. How would they explain it according to the text? I think the author would fall back on the women's careers suffer more than men's when there are children or other family members who need care on page 218. Question 2. Why have we not adopted the practice as the Europeans when it comes to medical leave? I have been trying to figure that out for a while. The work to live, not live to work mentality. Employers in the U.S. claim that they can't afford family-friendly policies like those paid leave or flex schedules on page 220. Question 2.2. It has been well documented that kids do better when they can spend that most precious time with their parents or parent. What would the authors say about my response? I think she would tend to agree that time off is important and increases morale, as it says on page 222. Family time off actually increases productivity in certain areas. And something that's not in the book that I saw on CNN this morning, the CEO of PepsiCo resigned this morning to go home and be a full-time mom. She said that being a full-time mom, or being a mom, is a full-time job, and said that being the CEO is like having 3 full-time jobs. They even prefaced it by saying, as much as you try, you can't have it all. Okay. Number 3. Protecting women from challenging work often excludes them from experience required for promotion as well as raises, as well as from personal development that comes with new challenges. Woods, page 213. Wood states this in chapter 10, and we can see she explains the disadvantages of protecting women from challenging work. But can you think of any advantages that this might have? And what would the author say about your response? And explain it in the text. I think it's relatively simple. I think Woods feels that it's in the best interest of a company to give assignments based on ability and no, but workplace protection is just another name for discrimination. As she says, that it's as if the employee was a child. Uh, that's on page 213 as well. Sorry, number 4. Beginning of the chapter states, social expectations of the sexes infuse the workplace, and they influence how workers are perceived and treated, page 209. After reading this chapter, can you think of any examples how this statement applies to you and your coworkers in your own personal work environment? What would the authors say about your response, and how would they explain it in the text? Having been in management positions with both men and women reporting to me, I didn't have the luxury of treating people differently. Now, Woods might see the other side and say that gender has everything to do with it, but on page 211, what positions in what industry and which corporations are these that we're supposed to dispute the author with? All I read was in what appeared to be a corporate white-collar jobs, so what essentially are we disputing? That is all. I look forward to your comments.